Let's toss it to our own quarterback, Dan Orlovsky, to give us the top 5 signal callers he trusts most in the playoffs. So, Dan, floor is yours, my friend.
Yeah, I'll start at number 5. Matthew Stafford for the Los Angeles Rams, I absolutely trust. Now, Matthew has had a fantastic season, and there's been the last 3 or 4 games he's had some interceptions, 100%, some pick sixes. That's not who he is as a player. It's not who he's been the first 12 years of his career, and it's not who he's been the majority of this season. I think the way that Sean McVay is building this offense throughout some of the injuries and the change of scheme is a big deal. Van Jefferson, his connection with OBJ has grown and grown and grown. Obviously, Cooper Kupp and his connection. I just trust that in the fourth quarter and those football games, and they need a score, I would put everything I have that Matthew Stafford is going to get it done. He's been the best quarterback in football this season in the fourth quarter, 42 comeback wins in his career. Number 4, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow is a player that, when I watched him play in the national championship game, I said he's different. And then said no-brainer number 1 pick last year. And then this year, about 6 weeks ago, I said he's a top 5 player at the position. I think that has been proven to be accurate with what we have seen him do the last 6 or 7 weeks. Last week was a benchmark moment for Joe Burrow. Down 14 early on, doesn't flinch. Down 14 late, doesn't flinch. Need a game-winning drive against the number 1 seed in the AFC and Patrick Mahomes, he gets it done. Joe Burrow, I trust completely because of his ability to never panic with the football. I don't care if his last name does not have 3 R's. Number 3, Patrick Mahomes. Been some valleys this season with Patrick Mahomes, but I love the fact that mechanically he has gotten so much better. Number 2, decision-making wise, has gotten better and better and better. We've seen the creative Patrick Mahomes kind of reemerge in the last month, and his track record speaks for itself. He has earned the right for me to sit here and say, no matter some of those difficulties throughout this season, I still believe Patrick Mahomes is the most talented player at the position that I've ever seen and the best quarterback in football. Number 2 is going to be Tom Brady. Woody just went on a long and well-deserved dissertation of why he should be in the MVP conversation. Last week on the road against the Jets, they're struggling. Everybody's hurt. Again, he leads them to a game-winning drive. I think Mike Evans' health is huge. I think Rob Gronkowski's health is huge. They've got to go back to a little bit more of a 3 tight end offense now that they've dealt with some of the injuries and obviously Antonio Brown not being part of their football team. Mm-hmm. Number 1, going to surprise some people. I don't care. It's my list. Like Kendrick Perkins says, carry the HE double hockey sticks on. I'm going to put Carson Wentz as number 1. I think that because of the player that I've seen in the past years, his track record, what I've watched, and the rebuilding of his confidence, what's the matter?
Yeah, Damien, what's wrong? I don't get it.
Dog, you got Carson Wentz number 1. Dan, I know that's your boy. I know that's
He's
your boy.
He's not my boy. I've never talked to him.
You got Carson Wentz over Patrick Mahomes? Like, man, look, I'm not. Can y'all throw my list up there, please?
Hold on, no.
Oh, my gosh.
Hold up,
please.
Hold up, Wood. This is.
What?
I've known you for a long time. I get you. No, Carson Wentz is not number 1. Aaron Rodgers is number 1. I just knew that I would get a rise from you.
Dog.
I got
that was amazing.
Aaron Rodgers number 1.
You know I was about to go in.
Yeah. I knew you would, though, right when I said it. I'm sure my Twitter right now is people saying some choice words. Aaron Rodgers is number 1. He's been the best quarterback all season in the NFL this year. His connection with Devontae Adams is spectacular. I think his offensive line has done such a nice job of fighting through injuries, but Aaron Rodgers is the guy that, no matter the time on the clock, I trust the most to find a way to get a win. So that's my top 5.
Yeah, listen, I think that's a pretty good list. The whole Matthew Stafford thing I got a problem with. The turnovers in the latter part of the season, that bothers me. But let's throw up my list here. Let's see how my list compares to your list.
Brady,
okay?
Rodgers,
Obviously, for me, number 5, Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow. Listen, Joe Burrow has been balling all year long. And then down the stretch, man, he's made me even more of a believer. And this is the guy that's been sacked the most times in the National Football League at 47. Number 4, I'm going with Josh Allen. You know, listen, Josh Allen to me is that quarterback that you are just scared to death to play up because he can beat you not only with that special arm talent, but his legs. I mean, this is a guy that's like leading the Buffalo Bills in rushing.
Yeah.
So he can do it by himself. Number 3, Patrick Mahomes. I think, you know, some of the struggles that Patrick Mahomes has had this year has actually made him a better quarterback. It's actually forced him to focus on the little things in this game, which has made him a better quarterback. And I think he's going to do fantastic in this postseason. Number 2 for me is Aaron Rodgers. Listen, Aaron Rodgers is one of the greatest talents I've ever seen at the quarterback position. Got the number 1 seed locked up in the NFC. That's going to be a tough place to play up in Lambeau. But you know, for me, who my number 1 is. Okay, I'm going with the guy who has 7 rings on his hand, Tom Brady. I mean, who's going to bet against him? this is the same guy that went. I know it was last year. Went into Lambeau last year and got the job done.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.